Good afternoon, everyone. It is Thursday afternoon, and I am going to do some really fun book talks on some older books that I have read and I have around my house for middle grade readers, even some nonfiction that I know you'll like. So, the first one is Benjamin Pratt and the Keepers of the School. This is the We the Children. This is the first book in the series. And Benjamin is this boy, and he goes to this school, and there is this mystery that is happening, and they're trying to solve. And every one of his friends, all of his friends, bring something different to the table. They all have their own strengths and their own weaknesses, and they're all working together to try and solve this mystery. And there are 5 in the series by Andrew Clements. And he is also the author of the book Frindle, which is all about dictionaries and words and a pen not being a pen. Kind of cool. So then this one, I loved this series. This is called The Black Book of Secrets. Now, if you're looking in the United States, you're not going to find this cover because I got this cover in this book actually in Canada. But it's exactly the same book, but just a different cover. I like this. I like the British series, the Canadian covers and format way better than the English, but that doesn't matter. That's another story. So this is by F.E. Higgins, and there are several books in this series, and this is about a boy who becomes an apprentice or an assistant to a man who sells his ability to take people's secrets. So he has these black books, and in them people have paid him to listen to their deepest, darkest, worst secrets. And he has them all written down in a book. And of course, people want to use those secrets, but he is a protector of those secrets. And so this boy is learning to be the protector of this series. Super cool, very different kind of story, kind of fantasy, kind of medievalish. I loved this mystery in this series, and a little on the dark side for sure. This one, because I've been talking a lot about birds this week, this is a great nonfiction book called Look Up, Bird Watching in Your Own Backyard by Annette LeBlanc and Kate. And this is all just good suggestions and cool things about literally watching birds in your own backyard. It might be a backyard in the woods, a backyard in the field. You might be in a neighborhood in a town. You might be in a city, but there are still birds, and because birds are everywhere, even in the Arctic. And this is all about like how to do it, things to look for, silhouettes or listening to the birds. Right now I've been seeing robins and flickers, and I listen and I hear the flickers calling, and I discovered by following a flicker calling, which is a kind of woodpecker, that I have a flicker nesting in an old tree that has a hole in it in my backyard in Rockport. So really, really cool. And I'm hoping to get some pictures and maybe see some babies. So really cool nonfiction book. It's got great illustrations, just super simple, and it's got a lot of suggestions about how anybody can bird in their own backyard. This one is another nonfiction. This is a biography. This is called Knucklehead, featuring John Shuska, and it's tall tales and mostly true stories about growing up Shuska. So this is so funny, and I describe this as literally, when I tell kids, and you think this is funny, that it is pee your pants funny, because it made me laugh so hard that I literally needed to go to the bathroom. Because there's bathroom tales. If anybody has a brother or a sibling, they're going to relate to a lot of things in this story. There are tales about his mom, his siblings, how he and his siblings got dressed up and had their pictures taken in exactly the same outfit every single year. So like every single one of them, about when they all have to go to the bathroom and the power of suggestion. Everybody else has to go to the bathroom as soon as one person says that they have to go to the bathroom. All kinds of just silly, funny sibling things or brother things. Not just brother, but siblings. So I loved this, and it doesn't look like much. It is not an army story. It is not a shooting up story. It is just a absolutely funny story about John Shuska and his family growing up. And then the last one, I'm doing 5 today, is Rules by my friend Cynthia Lord. And this was her very first book, and or for kids and for middle graders. And this is about a boy and a girl. So the boy has autism, and so has a lot of challenges to deal with. And his sibling, his sister, has to deal with those things too. And sometimes they're embarrassing. Other kids out there may have other things that their sibling may be dealing with, or maybe you're the one who is dealing with something that makes you different from everybody. Not that everybody isn't different from everybody else, but some things are a little more different. And this is the story of how a new friendship develops in an unexpected way, and how they all cope with being different and being the same and being a family and being supportive and loving. And I absolutely loved this. And she, of course, is a main author. So I hope some of you try some of these wonderful books. Hugs to you all. Happy Thursday evening.